Hello, Boxjrs here. I am back once again from my very long break since, well, I had a few issues with my computer. But yeah, I am back and I'm doing another build video because, well, I couldn't be bothered to do an extension to the campaign I was doing earlier. Now, like I said, I have been missing for quite a bit, and that has to do with the fact that my computer had problems with the GPU, and I couldn't really record or play any video games. And at one point, it got so bad that I couldn't even use my computer. So yeah, I wasn't able to make videos, and I had to wait a whole month for my computer to get fixed. But at least now it's fixed, and everything should be going back to normal next week. And also, uh, since next week I I will be finishing school, I will not have a lot. Well, I will have more time to work on these videos. So hopefully there will be like two videos in like 2 separate weeks, and then all of a sudden I go offline for like a month again. Hopefully. Now, yeah, that's basically it for uh for me, I guess, for what happened to me. Now, I'm gonna talk a bit about what is going on the screen because I kind of forgot to talk about the build, today's build, even though you might have seen it in the title screen of the video. That is, I'm building here a Vtol, which is basically a vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. You should know this because well, they're very common. Well, not very common, but like they're very popular. And yeah, I'm building one this time. Uh, I ended up going for this type of build mainly because I thought it would be pretty cool, and also because I didn't really have many ideas after like I came back. Plus, I had to like release a video pretty rushed, so I ended up making a VTOL. Now, currently, you can see me building the wings of this VTOL, but uh, something that I would like to say is that these I had to change a lot the wings for the VTOL mainly because it was just really hard to fly. Like it was really hard to fly. So I had to change a lot those wings. And also it was like uh pretty different compared to most of my vehicles or I guess planes because I didn't use any regular wing blocks. Well, I can't spell anymore. Wing blocks. And well, instead I'm using the spoilers, which essentially work the same as the wing blocks. Now, the difference comes mainly with the lift, because from what I have seen, spoilers do give more lift than regular wings, and they look aesthetically a bit better than regular wings because the regular wings kind of give the plane like a hole, and then there's like a bump and then another hole, but like the spoilers are perfectly flat unless you look below it, but from the top, which is where you're gonna mostly be looking, it's going to look perfectly flat, and I like that. So I ended up going with the spoilers on this build. Now, this build for me ended up being like probably one of my favorites, mainly because I like the design a lot. Although flying it is kind of like a bit difficult because, well, the aerodynamics for it are not so great. Like compared to my other builds, this the way this thing flies is a bit, weird, and I find it a little hard to fly. But it ended up looking extremely well. You'll see what I mean. Now, another thing, uh, yeah, I added those front wings because I was thinking of putting like the wings in the middle, but then I saw like the wings on the back, and I thought, hey, maybe this looks really cool, so I just like added those wings in the front, so it looks more like an actual uh jet, like an aero jet. Although I had to swap them out, like you're seeing right here. I had to swap them out for the bigger ones because I couldn't really, you know, go up and down with those wings. Although I could change one of the back things, so I ended up changing just the front wings. Now, when I first tested this, uh, it was like a bit difficult to fly, mainly because of the front wings, and the fact that I had too much lift in the back. So like I could like pitch up, and it would just like turn 90 degrees up. Like you can see right there, it kept going up like that. And also there was back lift, so like controlling like the angle of the plane was just like impossible. As you can see here, I ended up removing the spoilers and replacing with them with actual blocks because they just caused too much lift, which worked alright. The thing is, I had to keep the plane at an angle every time to make sure it flew. It made it easier to fly, but I didn't like it. I didn't like having the plane at an angle, so I had to add at least one spoiler. And yeah, the, it ended up working working out all right. It still has problems with backlift and the fact that it is very easy for it to pitch up and down very quickly. And well, I guess that's something uh that I would need to like improve on if I were to make like a new Vtol. Now, currently, I'm mostly just testing the flying capabilities of the vehicle. I haven't added the vertical takeoff part yet because well, I wanted to make sure that whenever I'm flying it, it flies well. And here I'm gonna add the vertical takeoff thing, by the way. And when I added the vertical takeoff part, it ended up being pretty well. Like I didn't have to change much, and it just worked flawlessly, and I really liked it. So I had like a very good VTOL that was very good at taking off. And yeah, I had to uh well I oh my god, I ran out of words. It's I'm doing a 10-minute commentary here, bro. I keep running out of words. Anyways, yeah, it I'm just testing. I'm just testing the vehicle, and as you can see, I found it really easy to, fly around and mess around with it. I really liked it. I also thought like maybe like, having those engines at the bottom kind of made it look a little weird. So I thought of maybe adding some landing gear in hopes of making it look cooler, which it kind of did, but whenever it's like on the ground, it looks a bit silly because it has like it kind of looks like it's being held up by just like a stick. You'll see whenever I start flying this thing for like the testing footage. But yeah, it ended up looking a bit weird with the landing legs, but I really like how the landing legs retract and stuff. It was definitely one of my favorite parts. Uh, and yeah, I don't know what else to really say about this craft. It ended up pretty well. I liked it. And yeah, that's it. That's literally it. There's we're gonna see the real testing footage in a little bit. All right. So here's the finished build. This is what I managed to make. I think it looks pretty cool. I would say like the only place I would need to really improve is the landing list because they're a bit, strange. But it works and I like it. Like here I can fly it, I can hover it, I can control it pretty easily. The landing gear retracts very well. I love that retract the way that it retracts. It flies alright. It's a little bit back heavy, or not back heavy, nose heavy because of the back wings, which makes it a little bit harder to fly. But it flies alright, and yeah, it's pretty good. Now its speed is pretty slow. It can only go to like 260 kilometers per hour, which is not very optimal for a jet, but it's a Vtol and I couldn't really fit that many engines that allow me to push it forward. So it's a lot slower than, well, an average jet the game. Now, as you can see, the design I ended up going with is kind of more like an looks more like a dart than anything. That's because oh shit. That's because I kind of my God. Hold on, let me hover. Hey, the design kind of looks more like a dart because like I thought it would be like really cool to have like these type of wings, like the big wings that I have on the back. I thought it would be really cool to have those type of wings like in the back, and then in the front have some small wings because well there are some wings in the back. And I crashed again. That's beautiful. Hold on, let me respawn the vehicle. There you go. And yeah, I thought it looked cool like that. So now it looks more like this. But I love the design. It's probably my favorite design so far. I also used the new submarine cockpit that was released in like the last update. Well, not the one that has been released like now, but like the one before. But yeah, I used the submarine seat. It fits it very well. I also used these intake blocks, like the round one for like the side intakes, instead of like blocky one. So I can achieve like that more round look for the vehicle. Of course, for the top, I also added a few wedges to make it, well, look more round. Now the back is a little looks a little bit blocky, but I couldn't really like I didn't know like what to place. I just like placed a bunch of random stuff that made it look cool. And I also put those four engines on the back because I thought it would kind of make it look like it is actually being propelled by those engines, even though like those engines are not even like enough to push this forward. Yeah, it ended up looking insanely good. I think it ended up looking I think it ended up just like as one of my best vehicles so far. Yeah, I like it a lot. I think some improvement points will definitely go to the landing gear. I could have definitely gone better there. I guess now showcase the functionality to build. I think we could go from the helipad down here and try to the aircraft carrier. The aircraft carrier passing through the lower baiting. So yeah, let's do that. Let's actually on this in the helipad itself. And three, two, one, go. Okay, we're flying. Then retract the landing gear. We can move forward so we can actually, you know, start flying. And we go down. Now we need to get near the ocean here and try to turn pretty well here because we need to line up the aircraft with the lower deck of the aircraft carrier and try to fly it through there. And hopefully it goes well the first try because I don't wanna try this like a million times. Okay, let's see. Okay. Ah, I hit the floor. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. So yeah, turn around here and then line up again with the lower deck of the aircraft carrier. Okay. For a bit of a bit of an angle, but again to hit the top. Let's try that again. Okay, we're lining it up. Okay, it's looking good. Go to high, and we made it. Nice, we did it. Now let's land in the aircraft carrier. Okay, coming in slowly, slowly. There we go. Made it. All right, that was a pretty cool thing. Honestly, I like the build a lot. I think I should probably put more engines on this, like more engines inside. Try to fit more engines inside so I can move faster because this is like really slow. And also the one of the wings forward so it doesn't like tilt down as much. But yeah, this works beautifully. I like the vehicle. I like the concept a lot. I know it's not very original because well, I bet you probably seen a Vtol before. In fact, I imagine you have seen many Vtols in the past, but I feel like this is a pretty unique spin on the on a design of a Vtol, especially because Vtols are like one of my favorite vehicles ever. Because this is like a plane that also functions like a helicopter. So yeah, I don't know what else to really add on. I guess we'll have to end it here. I definitely enjoyed building this thing. Definitely one of my favorite aircraft so far. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and see ya.